What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, I gotta be honest with you. I have not been nervous. I've not been nervous in a while to do film study, and for some reason, I got nervous today. Got really nervous before film study, and you know what that is? I think that's that big game environment. I think that's what that is. I think that's that sphincter SEC football game. That first time since 2009. Two teams undefeated, winning their division, coming to the SEC championship game. Last time there ever be divisions. So, hey, last time, best time this week, Alabama, Georgia, SEC championship game. And a lot of Georgia fans watching that Georgia Tech game last week were like, oh my God, they are running the ball all over us. What in the hell is happening? And is this athletic quarterback from Alabama going to be able to do something very similar to our defense next week in the SEC championship game? We're here to address it. We're here to take care of it. We're here to alleviate some of your concerns because I don't think it's too necessarily something to blow out of proportions, okay? Jalen Milroe, elite scrambler. We're going to talk about it. Not necessarily the same run game that you're going to see, even though there are some sprinklings of it. I know you're wondering, yes, we are going to give you a what to expect on the public forefront with that Georgia-Alabama game coming up. So we'll be having that probably tomorrow for you. Super excited for everything that is available tonight on this channel for you guys. Obviously, film study here this first hour. We will be having MBR and TTD coming up right after this with not only Aaron Murray tonight, but our boy Gary Danielson will be joining us tomorrow to preview the SEC championship game as well. But no, there's a lot to address and correct here, particularly on the defensive side of the football. Offensively, we're going to look at a lot of, look at that offensive line do work on that, run play right there. A lot of running the football from Georgia offensively. But even in a very vanilla football game offensively from Georgia, I felt Mike Bobo and this offensive staff came back to some tea leaves that they left. I love watching a coordinator leave a little something, say, hey, let's see what they do to this. And then later on in the football game, hitting an explosive because they saw what they wanted to see based off the tea leaves. Hey, we got a saying around here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited to do this with you today. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Here we go. We're going to start off with a lot of today's film study, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be a lot of, hey, what would an opponent look at you when they see it? What would an opponent say about you when they see what I'm about to show you? For the example, right? Kamari Lassiter, probably, if not one of the best cover corners in college football. But the only thing I'm seeing, okay, from him every once in a while, now this is an incompletion because the kid ran out of bounds, every once in a while, he will get a little lackadaisical in zone coverage. Right here, he's got what seems to be underneath, maybe cover two with safety help over the top from Malachi Starks, but he doesn't do necessarily a good enough job carrying vertically with Singleton right here. Watch. Gets hands on, that's great. Gets eyes on quarterback. But hey, once we see nothing in front of our void, let's continue to sink, please. Let's continue to sink, and get our hands back into that football play right there, because every once in a while, he is prone to giving up an explosive behind him. Every once in a while. Not all the time now, all right? But in zone coverage, it's really the only time I've ever even seen offenses kind of get behind him or even be able to complete footballs at a high rate. It's when he's in zone coverage. But the bad news is for oppositions, there's not a lot of opportunities for you to force him into that. Okay? Here on 3rd and 6, I sat here last night over and over again. I'm like, why are you writing 3 pages of notes on Georgia Tech? It's because I knew, right? We know Buster Faulkner is one of the best this year, has shown to be one of the best offensive coordinators in the sport, right? They've had the most year-over-year improvement of anybody in the sport. So we know he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's not just showing up every week and be like, all right, this is our offense. No, he's attacking defenses where they are weak. What you can't see is there's a Z receiver down here at the bottom. It's a funky-looking Z. But what he knows, right, I got number 13, my freshman wide receiver, the Singleton kid, that's a real juiced up. He can really, really go, right? If there is a weakness in Georgia's defense over the last 2 years, it's been the top-end speed of the star position. Okay, if I need a bailout, right, if I need, hey, we don't have a lot of time to protect, it's 3rd and 6, let's go try to get a chunk play. Boom, stutter, get up on his toes. We're going to throw a little seam shot right here, a little field fade, if you will, okay, out of the number 2 wide receiver, out of a 3-by-1, nub set back to the backside, okay, formation. They know where the weaknesses are, at least Buster knows where the weaknesses are. Tyke does a great job right here defending it, okay? But Tech, if you remember last year, did a very similar thing. They came out and ran a bunch of fades out of the slot, okay, trying to attack that speed or attack that star position, rather, with some speed, okay? Now, this next clip, fumbles are uncommon for Dejon Edwards. I'm not going to lie to you. They're almost as uncommon in this, these over the years as Cedric Van Pran having his eyes in the wrong spot. This was a little confusing to me. Okay, we get a bump with the motion, brings the linebacker in. Watch 44 right here is the only frontside inside linebacker. We are not going to be blocking or accounting for safeties. That is the running back's job. We're here to attest and account for these 6 in the box. Watch 63 as he climbs to the second level here, okay? He fails to get his eyes back around on the linebacker. Let me run it back for you and slow it down. Watch 63. He continues to work front side. This is very rare. 9 times out of 10 this year, he snapped his eyes back around this front side inside linebacker, okay, and ended up blocking 44, who ultimately makes this play. Now, I'm not blaming the fumble on Cedric Van Pran. I'm just telling you, hey, that's uncommon. That's uncommon for 63 to have his eyes in the wrong spot, particularly on the first play of the game. Now, or first possession, first play of the game for the offense, okay? With that bumped motion, okay, my responsibilities as an offensive line have just changed because the linebacker has now been brought into the equation. Everybody see that? Let's take one more look at it. Watch the bump. Okay, here comes the motion from Oscar. The bump from the front side inside linebacker. We should be working to him, okay, not blocking to space or blocking to the safety right there, 63. All right. Let's go to 131. I thought this was a really good job. God dang, my remote. Don't do this to me today, man. I got a good script. I worked hard on it. I went through it multiple times. Okay, don't be doing this to me today, remote. I can't be having it. It's SEC Championship week. We need to execute. All right. Speaking of execute, hey, like I told you, I love studying good coordinators. Not coordinator, and I'm not saying Josh Heupel is not a good coordinator, okay? What he does works, but what he does is what he does. He doesn't change week in and week out, not from my opinion, all right? But these guys, the Lane Kiffins, right? The Eli Drinkowitz, the Buster Faulkners, or whoever's running Ole Miss's or Missouri's offense, right? Every once in a while, when they get into situations like this, boom, 1st and 10, first time in the green zone, you know what they're going to do? First time plus field, they're going to take a shot, man. They're going to take a shot every single time, right? Against where they know you're vulnerable. They're going to show you run action, bring the H to your face. Tyke's going to run up, and they're going to slip Brett Seether right behind you, okay? Right here, first opportunity, okay? Again, first opportunity in the green zone. They're going to take a shot, all right? So I love studying these guys so they tell me where they think you're vulnerable. They don't think you're too vulnerable at the safety position. They didn't really attack you that way. All right, they do think you're vulnerable from a top-end speed position at the star position like I showed you. And you'll watch Buster today during this film study really attack this intermediate level off of play action, trying to get these, well, that's smile, but the young linebackers to really suck up and get this action right here towards the line of scrimmage and then attack this void right here. Buster did a lot of it on Saturday. Most of their completions were right in the middle of that void created there by that play action, okay, deep bring up from that running back or from that action from the quarterback. There's a replay of it. We already spent a lot of time on it, so let's keep moving. We got a lot to get through today, especially if our remote wants to act like a little idiot. All right, 2nd and 15 right here. 97 had his best game of the season, and I'm telling you right now, you need it to continue to happen. Okay, down the stretch, you need 97 to play like a freakazoid like he does right here. All right, his burst is elite. His ability to get off the football, disrupt stuff, and get into the backfield is elite. What he hasn't been elite at this year is the ability to finish like he does right here. Great job, okay, 97, getting to the feet of this running back right here and getting a TFL, okay? He played tremendously on Saturday night. I've been contemplating, trying to coach out this aggressive nature that he has, but I've come to the conclusion, guys, that we're just going to let Warren play like Warren. We're going to let Warren get upfield, and we're just going to let him run where his brain tells him to run, because sometimes he runs into plays, and sometimes those plays are big plays. He created a fumble on Saturday. We're going to show you a little bit later. Okay, 2nd and goal right here. They run a little arrow screen. Super late, Haynes King. Ball out right now. Ball's got to go now. He waits another 3 or 4 steps, throws it out. Of course, the guy runs out of bounds. But here's what I want to show you. All right here. We get whatever the signal is. Not going to talk about signals. But here's what we do. Watch this. What are you doing? They're throwing the ball. Everybody see that? Watch his mouth. Watch Kirby's, okay? He looks up. He sees 3rd down. He says, what are you doing? They're throwing the ball. And he says, why? They're going to throw it. Watch this. They're going to throw the ball. All right, so there we go. He gives them whatever the explanation is. It's 3rd and goal from the 9. Shoes got a run call in. That's what I'm trying to show you. Shoes got a run call in. And what is the run call? The run call looks to me like straight man across the board out of a bear front. Watch, they're going to jump into a bear. Boom, there's the bear front. 5 down, all right, 5 across. Everybody else in man coverage. And you'll know by the motion. Okay, there goes the motion, and here comes Dalen Everett traveling with them. So we got straight man across the board, cover 0. We have a run call defensively. All right, everybody has that agreed and licked. Now, let's talk about it from Tech's perspective. Here's what I love about Buster. Again, really knows who you are, but studies who you are. Could have learned this no matter what. Could have studied it like we do every single week. They jump into nub to the field. Okay, most teams run nub to the boundary. They want the tight end over here. This time, they put trips over here and nub over here, knowing good and well, all right, that the safety for Georgia travels with the tight end against nub sets. What they don't do is leave the corner over here condensed. What they do is they flip the corner. Here's number 6. All the way over they travel, make them run with number 3. Now, I just told you that when they run this motion, okay, now who is a corner in man coverage because of the motion gets put into run support. Watch. Buster drags him over with the motion, okay, and now number 6 is playing center field safety, something that he is not very comfortable doing. You know how I know? He overruns everything. Look at him. He's 3 yards overrun this. All right, now he's got an excuse. He's a corner. I understand why he's overrunning it. 33 does not. Watch 33. Okay, woo! Okay, way over pursued right there. I get why. We're getting stressed. We're getting stressed a lot. We're getting stressed by this action from the back. We're getting stressed and stretched by the jet motion as well. Oh, and shit, here comes a lead blocker, okay, from the front side. All right, they pulled the back, or from the backside, they pulled the backside guard. Okay, so a lot going on right there, but a lot that was created by Buster, okay, really studying who you are, all right, and putting it in the game plan. Now, you can ask me, Brooks, does Alabama do stuff like this? They can. They don't run it as effectively as this football team. Okay, this football team's top 10 in the country in yards per rush. All right, because of things like this, they effectively stress football teams over and over again, down in and down out. Okay? But you had the run call. You know what I mean? Like you anticipated 3rd and goal. They might run the football. We just didn't execute as a defense. Okay? I love this ball from Carson Beck. I love this ball. Let's talk about the ball first, and then we'll talk about Xavier Truss doing what he's been doing pretty much all year at the guard position, okay? These kids train these movements nowadays, okay? But the way this ball comes out, I don't know if I can explain it right now, all right? But we are on our heels as a quarterback right here. We're on our heels. Our right guard is getting someone pushed into our face, and we're just going to kind of flick one before our wide receiver's really out of his break, all right? And we're just going to kind of hop back away from pressure, away from where we're throwing, and we're going to throw a perfectly tight, seated ball right into the hands of the wide receiver. Okay? I know, I watch him warm up in pregame, and he's out here doing this one. Every pregame, he'll backpedal and kind of do one of those. It's the same movement, all right? But to see it in the middle of a game, that's why we talk about carrying over the mechanics into the football game and throwing a dart right here when it actually matters, okay? Stays away from pressure. That's how we live ahead of the sticks as a football team. Now, let's talk about Xavier Truss, okay? What have we been talking about on the channel, chat? When he's at guard, what does he have a tendency to do? He has a tendency to play over his toes. Now, why? Because we have 3 years of data points at this point. Why is he constantly playing over his toes? Well, he doesn't feel like his anchor is good enough at the guard position. We don't see this from Xavier at the tackle position. Look how far out overextended 73 is. Look at this. Okay? Shoots his hands, loses his feet, and now he's completely overextended. Everybody see that? We're never going to win. We're never going to win like that. We have got to be able to bring our feet with us at all times. Okay? 419 is where we're going. Oh, no. I want to give kudos. 331 right here. Hell yeah, number 4. Watch number 4 right here. Okay? They have a combo. They're going to trade. They're going to trade this down lineman, him and Ernest. Trade this down lineman to this front side inside linebacker. Watch number 4 finish this block right here. Latches on 44. The front side inside linebacker continues to drive his feet and finishes that block. That's what I'm talking about for. That right there is how you run duo effectively at the University of Georgia. Okay? Also love the insert right here from 86. Love that. Love that. Getting his butt to the back. That's what I'm talking about, dog. That's what I'm talking about, dog. Hell yeah. Here we go. 419. We're not going to watch every play tonight, but we're going to watch a lot of the plays tonight. All right. Love this. Love this. Watch the motion. Watch what the motion does right here, okay? And watch. As this motion goes across, this defensive lineman does not adjust. In fact, this safety calls this safety over. This safety rolls down and plays man-to-man out here. So essentially, now what happens is we're going to have our slot receiver over here, 2 over 2, okay? And all of this in the count, all right? Now, with this overhang defender and a 4-eye, we do not want to be running insert zone back that way. So what Carson's going to do is he's going to walk down after he observes the motion, okay, and he's going to call whatever their call is. Ricky, Ringo, whatever, Foxtrot, whatever their call is for we're going to the right. All right, he's going to call it and get it licked because we have it counted for, right? They're going to hop into a bear front, all right, and because we have the H over here, we're just going to run it to the side that we got the H on because of the way they adjusted to the motion. This is what your football coach is talking about when he's talking about our quarterbacks getting us in good looks all the time. All right, our quarterback's getting us in good looks all the time. Our quarterback's getting us in good looks all the time. Look, unaccounted for, simple, easy. Don't run it into them. Now, a lot of people will sit here and say, well, that's like first grade stuff. You would be shocked how many college football quarterbacks miss and fail on the first grade stuff. You would be absolutely stunned, okay? Now, that's what I'm talking about with the leaving the tea leaves, right? I want to see you as a coordinator. Are you sprinkling? Are you sprinkling something in so you can absolutely punch me in the face with something later? Watch this. Okay, boom. There's the swing over here to the top, okay? Carson's working down here to the hitch on the bottom to Dylan Bell. But I want you to see right here early in the football game, what's this? First possession or second possession for them, all right? They're showing it. They're putting it on tape early in this football game so they can see, hey, what is Georgia Tech doing? How are they responding to this action from us? All right, because we might be coming back to it a little bit later. Just trying to put it in your mind, class. You got to remember this look that I'm showing you right here. Everybody, one more picture. Boom. Everybody remember, swing action, okay, detached tight end, running to the field. Everybody put it in your head. All right, everybody put it in your head. That's good coordinating when we come back to it later and it hits big. All right, that's not just calling plays to call plays. That's calling plays that you know are going to work. Also love this, just a little operational, observation here. I love getting on the football, snapping it early, running a little quarterback sneak. I'm fine with it. That strikes me as something potentially the quarterback went in and said, hey, coach, I kind of want this to happen. I kind of like this. If you would allow me the freedom, if I see 3rd and inches, I'm going to get on the football, and we're going to run quarterback sneak. Also like to see this. I thought they did a really good job of reacclimating this guy in a very comfortable setting and a comfortable situation. But here's the deal. Arian Smith hasn't really made a major impact in like several weeks now, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't, okay? Because he's onto the field to do this. Yes, he's on the field to catch 65-yard touchdown passes, 80-yard touchdown passes. We would all like that. That would be ideal as an offensive staff, all right? But even when he's not doing that, look what he's doing to defenses. Look at what this motion does. As soon as they see this jet motion, those sons of guns are bailing so damn hard. Look at that. Poof, right out of the picture. So, yeah, the Dover right here from Dominic Lovett is wide open. Now, I think this guy's a first-round draft pick. I think this guy's going to play on Sundays. I think this guy's going to play on Sundays for a long time. All right, I think he's going to complete like 69, 70% of his passes in the NFL. That's how good I think Carson is. But he has consistently spiked this football. I don't know why. All right, but the last 3 or 4 weeks, 15 has constantly done that. All right, on this deep over running to my right. So if there is one error this year, last year you had a quarterback throw for 4,000 yards and sometimes couldn't throw a daggum swing screen. He'd throw it 2 yards in front of him or a yard at the foot of the back. I just couldn't figure it out. Just like this, I can't figure out why we're spiking this football over and over again. Again, this is the only error I've seen from this dude all year. It's the only one he consistently makes. Why are we spiking this football? Because, again, this is one of the more mechanically clean quarterbacks I'll ever study, I believe. Okay, so I don't understand why we're spiking footballs like that. That doesn't really make sense. Now, I love this, okay? This is the touchdown to Dominic Lovett. Ball's perfect, route's perfect, everything's perfect. Everybody watch 30. Everybody watch 30 right here and understand this is what it costs. All right, this is what it costs to play this position at this school or in this sport, right? Boom. You got to stand in there, all right, and you got to watch a dude getting a running head start, run right at your face, all right, and you got to be able to take him on. All right, that's a great job there from 30. It creates a touchdown right here. That blitz pickup from 30 creates a touchdown. I also wish I had, they're silent calling these. This is some real, fourth, fifth year starter stuff. I don't see a point ID, nothing. I don't see nothing from the offensive line or from the running back crew. That tells me they pre-dedicated who was the point. They knew who everyone was responsible for. The offensive line knew they had him, and based off the way 30 keyed just now, he knew that he had that left side inside linebacker. Okay? Boom. Great ball. Let's watch the route from Dominic Lovett before we get out of here. On this clip, I should say, not get out of here. We're going to be here for a minute. We're going to be here for a minute. Here's the replay. You're going to see a good look right here at that blitz pickup. I don't mind the going low. I really don't, especially when you're 5'10 and a half, 5'11", okay, 190 pounds. Let's keep the shoulders and the face out. Here we go. Now, see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying when I talk about I like to study dudes that I know their shit. Okay, you're not just lining up and running your head against the wall. You're trying. You're squeezing every bit to try to get everything you can out of this. All right, here's what they're going to do. They're going to motion last second, and all it does is it just condenses just one little bit. It takes 22, 2 steps in. It backs 6 all the way up. So basically what I'm telling you is what was an alley defender here, a support defender here, has now become a support defender here and a support defender here. The net difference in that is the difference between a 4-yard gain and an 8-yard gain. It's the difference between third and 2 and 3rd and 7. That's the difference in converting the chains for a lot of these football teams against a team like Georgia. Boom. There you see it. Now, with the condensed set, all right, now they're going to run stretch all the way over here, all right? And just that little bitty motion plus 23 jumping inside. Didn't really understand this. He did it twice on Saturday. Watch 23. I think this is one of the primary reasons why this play didn't succeed, okay, or you didn't stop it. 23 jumps the gap inside, and all of a sudden he's sealed big time. And there's this massive alleyway right here between the right tackle and that detached tight end, okay? Good job rallying and getting him down there, 6, but, it's all the other stuff. It's the motion. It's the front side, alley or the front side run support defender jumping a gap inside and getting slipped. Okay, it's not being able to quite get off that block from 22. It's a whole lot of things right there that create an 8-yard gain. A whole lot of things had to go right and be executed correctly for Georgia Tech right there. Okay, 6:44 is where we're going next. You're going to see this play this weekend. This is the Lincoln Riley sprint option RPO. All right, they're going to give you a read option look right here. So the front side defensive end not only has to read this dive play right here, but they're also slipping the arrow right here from the tight end with the running back option right here as well. So this is literally a triple option. You have the arrow as an option. You have the inside zone as an option. You have the running back keep out of the back as an option. You will see it this weekend, I promise you. I've seen it on tape already from Alabama. They run it just as good as everybody else in college football has ran it this year. It is a zone beater. I've been sitting here watching it today. If you're going to sit in zone like this, all right, I don't know what they're running down on the bottom, but I can tell you at the top, he's in a zone drop right there. That's clear as day. And it looks to me like he's got this portion of the middle of the field. All right, so if they're in 6, they're in 4, if they're in 3, I don't know. Based off the safety pulling down right here, this looks like 3 to me. Looks like 3 to me. All right, that's just my initial observations of it. It doesn't matter. When you're in zone, when you're dropping like this, all I have to do, right, is flood it. All I have to do is run 2 guys into it. You don't have enough defenders out there. You're going to give up the reception, right? You're going to give up the completion. The only thing I've been thinking about is that nowadays with the way that everybody's slipping tight ends and stuff, we cannot allow front side edge defenders to let that guy just run by us unevaded. We have to collision him if for no other reason than we disrupt the timing of the offense. That's my opinion, and I don't have a defensive background, so I don't know if that's necessarily true. I would wish somebody would watch me and correct me. I know y'all watch me. I wish you would correct me. If I say something wrong, I wish you guys would reach out and correct me every once in a while, okay? That way I don't continue to say it, because I've been continuing to say, hey, why aren't we collisioning the H when he crosses our face? We want to dent him. We want to dent him if he's kicking us, right? If he's kicking us, we want to hit him. Why don't we want to hit him and disrupt the timing when he's running across our face into the flat? That just don't make no sense to me. What do we want here? Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Good coordinators have been doing this. Flow, flow, flow. Dover, right? Flood. You know what I'm saying? This the whole concept. It's really a two-man concept. We're going to run the post here, all right? We're going to bang this to hopefully take him and him out of the equation. So now this deep over runs into this massive void, right? And if we pull these linebackers up, y'all can really see where the grass is created, right? Particularly after the snap. Watch this. Downside hut, boom. There you see it. All these linebackers pulling up. They all have hook, curl, flat, all right? They all have their portions of this field, right? Those what these three defenders are really supposed to be doing. But instead, they've been pulled up by the run action, all right? And here comes this Dover right here running the grass, all right? You will probably see something like that. But here's the thing. I sat there, and I don't want to spoil the film study. I charted every single play against LSU this year for Alabama. They never manipulate the launch point. It's insane. The dude drops from the same spot every single time when he takes a drop to pass the football. Now, maybe it's because he's so electric, finding lanes and scrambling. Maybe that's their whole idea and concept. But this week, the University of Georgia will be able to say, hey, unless he's like got a design run, that sumbitch going to be right there. He's going to be right there and a three-step drop. All right, these guys were not. These guys were doing this all night. You could not say, all right, passing down, let's rush to this spot. All right, there was no predetermining what they may or may not be doing. So I don't foresee y'all seeing a bunch of heavy play action this weekend, roll out type stuff, because that's not who they are. That's not who they've shown to be. Smile Mondon going to continue to make himself some money. This dude is playing hellified football right now. All right, and he's playing a lot of heart too. Playing a lot of snaps out there, man. Playing a lot of snaps out there. Now, I was really encouraged by this next play. I was really, really encouraged by this next play, because it's a sign of like, man, he's very, very close. He's so close. Watch 7 right here. So Marvin Jones Jr., they're going to spread, all right? And Marvin is going to notice the back flip and line up in front. The first thing he's going to do is he's going to point to the sky. That is Georgia's way, and a lot of defenders' way nowadays, of letting their coach know, hey, I'm about to do something based off the fact that I think I know something. I've seen something, and I'm about to react as thus. What he's seeing is, I think they're about to pass the football. And here's how I know. Watch his body language. His body language is leaning at the snap the entire time. As soon as the ball snapped, he's out. Now, he does a great job right there. You can't see it. He redirects number one. He gets hands on number one right here. All right? The scramble or the rush forces Haynes King to scramble, sets his feet again, and boom. Now he looks like he has picked on Marvin Jones. But I want to show you all this replay, because this dude is just inches away from being 6'6", 260 pounds, and making one of the best plays you've seen your jack make in a long time. Here he is right here. He's going to fade out of your picture really, really quickly. Okay, really, really quickly. All right, because he is ID'd. We had the identification purposes first. Boom. He's going to fade, get up underneath number 2. All right, when we see him again in the picture, now he's over here. Now he has not only redirected the number 2 wide receiver, now he has found the threat in his void. He has put his eyes on him, and now he's running to him, okay? Now, does he cover him perfectly? No. Does he get beat by a perfect ball? Yes. Was he in the right spot? And 6 months from now, 8 months from now, is he going to make that play? I truly, wholeheartedly believe so, right? Those are the things we have to see on tape before we can be out here saying, oh yeah, the 5-star out of American Heritage is going to play like the 5-star that we thought he was. No, now we know. Now we can see little inklings of it, right? We can see little droppings. All the signs in the world. ID'd it first, had the ability to get into it. We're just inches away from making an incredible football play. Great job right there, 7. Again, it's not the result for me. It's the processes. Okay, it's the processes. Thought this was a great job here. Immediate correction. I didn't talk about it on the first snap. But when they ran that quarterback counter for a touchdown, all right, earlier, I think we're there. Okay, earlier, we saw Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins, Michael Williams get really, really folded inside, all right, playing not improper leverage, but the correct leverage originally. If the guy goes down, we go down with him. We want to fight our head across, all that good stuff. Well, not against teams with the quarterback run as an addition, right? If they do that, we got to hold stout. We can't let the down block get us. Watch this right here from 97. He does a really good job. Okay, boom. We're going to butt him up and square him up, all right? We're going to hold ground right here. We're not going to get washed, meaning we're not going to get pushed down the line of scrimmage, because if we get pushed down the line of scrimmage, this hole, right, becomes further and further this way. That original down block is what creates counter on top of this kick and this pull. All right, this kick and this pull have to be defied by the support defenders, okay? Somebody's got to strike and shed a block. That's what it ultimately comes down to. Great job by 2. Great job by 97. Also like the response from 22 adding into the box count. They come right back to it. That's what makes these teams tough, man. If they run this kind of stuff, you can't just stop it once, man. It really is like, it is a triple option. That's what it is. It's just defending a triple option with a quarterback that's willing to do this. Now, I saw a lot of people on Twitter and in Discord even. Yes, we do have a Discord, patreon.com/Brooks Austin. Saw a lot of people doing the, hey, but Brooks, if Georgia Tech can do it, what stops Alabama from putting this in the game plan? Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if he can. Maybe he can. Maybe we can tell, all right, this quarterback at Alabama, hey, in 1 week, we have to be efficient, 100% efficient at, okay, are we giving this off? So we got to read the end. Is the end flexing? No, he is not. So we have taken this option away. Okay, now, is the end crashing? All right, is the end crashing? No, he is not. All right, so we're going to actually give this ball. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to, it's no longer like, hey, if they're playing cover 4, we're going to attack this with the ball. We're going to throw the ball to this void in the defense. No. Now this is down set hut, immediate. You got to read decisions. Some of y'all can't even do that on NCAA 14. And now we're going to be like, hey, just ask the guy to do it. Just put in a game plan. It bothered the other team, or the other team ran it really, really well. Yeah, because that's what the other team runs. You know what I mean? That's what the other team does. The other team's been doing this all year. It's why this guy's got over 650 yards rushing, because he can do that. They've been doing that. We got to go, man. We're way behind. There's a replay of it right there. Here's what I'm talking about. I watched this clip, and I was like, damn, Warren, unzip your feet. Damn, Warren, unzip your feet. Damn, Warren, unzip your feet. And then I'm like, shut up, because later he forces a fumble doing the same thing. And sometimes you just got to that's what I'm saying. Let him do him. Just let him run. Let him play. Sometimes as a coach, you just got to be like, all right, I'm going to shut up. I'm not going to overcoach you. I'm just going to let something good happen by your instincts. You know what I mean? Come on, Percy. Come on, Percy. Hey, great job right here, 52. Great job right here, striking, peeking, and shedding. All right, we talk about it every week. We got to strike. We got to peek. We got to shed. Look at that. Boom. All right, but we got to finish. Watch. Boom. Strike. That's perfect. All right, we're going to peek. Where's he at? We're going to peek. All right, now we're going to shed the block. Rip him down. Hey, keep your feet, bro. Keep your feet. As soon as we shed him, hey, accelerate the feet. Accelerate the feet right now. Woof. We got to go. We can't just fall down. All right, we're going to run through arm tackles at the Division I level. Okay? They're going to run right through them suckers. We're going to 909. Oh, we're cooking now. Hey, I love this read. Okay, in class, remember this. Remember this, class. All right, everybody take a good close look. We're going to see it a little bit later out of a very similar but slightly different look. Watch 2. As soon as he sees sprint action, okay, boom. As soon as the running back hops, skips, jumps, looks like he's finna take this truck, 2 is out. He is out immediately, okay? I could not tell you, or I could not show you a faster key. There is no faster key. I mean, as the ball is snapped, watch. That's the hut, boom, he's gone. He's gone before the back is. He's in full sprint right now to the point, okay? Great job, 2. Great job, 2. I think you defied a face mask there as well. Ultimately forcing a field goal right here. Weird decision from Brent Key. Not one to question coaches. We don't do it a lot here, especially with decision making, because I've never been in the spot. But, I mean, it's 4th and inches, okay? Literally, 4th and a daggum inch from the 9, and you kick a field goal. The very next time you get the football, you have 4th and inches from your own 35, and you go for it. I don't get this one. I didn't get this one at all while I was watching it. We're going to go to 10 minutes right here. Elite run blitz right here. Elite run blitz from Georgia Tech, all right? this defense or this linebacker knows he has an end stunning. Okay, the end's going to spike in and take on this guard, leaving him responsible for C gap. They're essentially going to cross right here. All right, but instead of just basically allowing it to happen in front of him and then running over the top post snap, 7 does a really, really good job of showing pressure right here, stepping up in B gap, and then clearing patiently as soon as this front side defensive end works. Now, I'm showing this to you so we can talk about the play on 3rd down and why you're in 3rd down. All right, because that's a fantastic run blitz and not something you can really defend or you can really attack as an offensive line. All right, so it gets you in a big 3rd and long, right? A big 3rd and long. You snap, 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 trying to get a free 5 yards right here before the quarter. Now, come out right to start the 2nd quarter. All right, down set hut, you give a hard count. You will make sure you're getting the look that you got earlier, which was what? Which was the detached H-back, all right, off man coverage, all right, a free safety, and whatever these linebackers are doing who are responsible for their deep hook drops. All right, so when we gave this look earlier as an offense and we ran these guys off, all right, and we came back to the hitch down here on the bottom to Dylan Bell, we saw how open as a staff that swing screen was, all right? So when we come back to it on 3rd and 11, don't be surprised when that sun gun wide ass open because we were reading the tea leaves, right? We were leaving a little something. We were leaving a little something earlier, and now we're going to get to it later. Now, here's what I want to coach up. Here's what I want to talk about. This is a great job by 15. It's so simple, pitch and catch, but we cannot be lazy on these reps because people will close ground. Watch his eyes. As he drops, he's dropping down the middle of the field. Now, he's going to put his eyes to the first inside seam. Okay, he's going to hold there for a couple of pops. Now he's going to check the secondary outside comeback. All right, and now, or the outside seam, now he's going to open all the way up at the last second and throw this check down. Okay, if you sit there as a quarterback and you just, you know what I mean? We're not manipulating. We're not maximizing the yardage after the catch. Watch how fast these guys bail out because of where his eyes are. They're completely out of the picture because 15's not staring down what we ultimately know we're going to hit. Okay? Our eyes as a quarterback against zone defense can really, really impact defenders. I thought it was a great job by 15 and a great run after the catch right there. See his eyes right there matriculating all the way through his reads. Great job, ABC camera crew, right here. Dropping middle of the field, boom. First inside seam, second inside seam. And if you really look, his eyes are on Dejan the whole time, but his head's on the seam shots, okay? Look at his eyes. Let's really slow it down. Okay, boom. His eyes are on Dejan right now, but his head is staying vertical, okay? And then we're going to bring our whole body around, all the way around. Good job. Again, I know I'm hyper-focused on the minor details, but somebody said that's football. Somebody said that's football. Here we go. We're going to, here we go. Have y'all heard Dak Prescott's snap count? Yeah, here we go. I love it. Yeah, here we go. Say hut. Oh, we're flipping the back again. We're flipping the back again. Ooh, Kendall Milton. What are we looking at here? We're looking at something cool here. Oh, detached 12. I was sitting here this morning, and I was like, you know, last year they were really vanilla, and they played detached 12. They got in 12 personnel, and they were like, you can't handle all of what we do out of detached 12. It was something they did against Georgia Tech last year because it made Georgia Tech play 3 backers, all right, and one of them, okay, was inevitably going to be light. All right, so they were just going to pull him out of the box with that guy. Now they're going to split zone with this guy. All right, and now they got a run advantage. They got a numbers advantage. So going back to a little something that worked last year against Georgia Tech. Great job picking up the run blitz right there from the offensive line as well. Yeah, here we go. Stuck in my ADD brain now. Great job, 77. Watch 77 work back. 56 too. Really, really patient right here. Guys, this is tremendous from young football players. This tells me, this is a sign they're really well coached. Watch how patient they are against this run game stunt. Okay, 56 just lets him go. Stays in phase, stays on track is what we call it, right? Stays on his track, stays patient, and ultimately the stunt comes right back to him, all right? And the linebacker works right over the top, and he picks him up. That's beautiful, man. Great cut right there from 2 as well. Now this right here is Kendall Milton. All right, this is what it looks like when he's at his prime. All right, I know all the big explosive runs were great. This 7-yard run when he's met with contact at 2, that's Kendall Milton, guys. That's who this guy is. When he gets drafted, it's going to be because of runs like this. There's going to be some AFC North team that stays playing in the snow. All right, that's like, damn, we need to draft that guy because he sucks to tackle in December. All right, but here's what I love, the operation as well. This is simple, okay? This is not, hey, we're trying to be really, really unique offensively. We're throwing the kitchen sink. No, this is playing with tempo. This is operational stuff that y'all always had the option to do. Everybody has the option to do. Oh, who cares? You put a tunnel screen on tape. You've been putting tunnel screens on tape. You put some tempo on tape. Who cares? You always put tempo on tape. In this case, this is a very easy way to get a score. They get right back on the football, or an almost score. 33 seconds on the clock, all right, a play clock. Amarius Mims right here, highlight block. But I want to talk about after we watch him, okay, after we watch 65 out there just kill somebody, all right, I want to talk about what is missed. It's a missed opportunity for a touchdown block here from a young football player who just showed me I can put a little bit of this on you, 56. Okay, I can, because you're a really, really smart football player, so I don't have no bones about talking about what I'm finna talk about. Hey, great effort. You played with great effort Saturday night, 56. You had probably your best game of the year. But here's the deal. 1, 2, 1, 2. Guess what you are, buddy? You are number 3. You're the third guy to get out. All right, so when you're the third guy to get out, trust your teammate. Trust your teammate. Get your eyes on the free defender. Get your eyes on the last guy on the field, okay? Because we missed the touchdown block right here because our eyes were late. Our eyes didn't get there till the last second. Right now, boom. Okay, look. Right now, you're looking at Amarius about to kill this guy. Snap your head around. Find work, all right? Find work right now. Don't just gear down and get out of the way of the back. Turn around. You might, bro, we get this one. We get this one 6, and not only is everybody talking about Amarius this week, okay, Brooksy's coming on the film going, God dang it, 56, I love you, baby, touchdown block. I've been waiting all year for a Georgia player, offensive lineman rather, to make a touchdown block in space. We still haven't gotten there yet, all right, we still haven't got there yet. Last year, it took almost to the daggone bowl game before Amarius Mims and Tate Ratliff murdered a safety on a tunnel screen against Ohio State. So it's been a while. We're going to have to get one. We're going to have to get one. Eyes up, 56. Eyes up. Get a good replay right here of Amarius' highlight block. Very next play, they stuff it in. The only criticism I have here is about celebrations. Okay, here, come on, 65. Let's watch 65 right here. All right, everybody knows. Okay, I don't know if he was dusting them off his shoulders. Watch this right here, okay? But let's talk about it. Great movement, great job sticking it in right there too. All right, but hey, what's this? What's this? Why are we rolling backwards, dog? The celebration is to roll forward, bro. We're here. We're here, dog. We're not here. What is this? Somebody tell 65 we got to roll them forward. We're rolling forward, not backwards. Come on, bro. Great run right there. Let's keep going. We are so far behind. I don't even care. If this is an hour and 30, it's an hour and 30. It is what it is. I hope y'all hang out with us. Hell yeah, Warren. Hell yeah, 97. I need to see it. I need to see it for 3 more games, Bubba. I need to see it for 3 more games. If you play like this, okay, resetting the line of scrimmage, shedding, getting hands on, stopping a run play on 2nd and 4, and then right here on 3rd and 1, when they're playing fast, we get on the line of scrimmage and we strike the piss out of the offensive lineman in front of us, shed him, get onto the feet of the running back. Bro, if you play like this, not only are you making money, all right, but you drastically impact the ceiling of this defense because they have drastically missed difference makers in the run game, okay, at this defensive tackle position. If you can cause problems for offensive guards and centers over the next 3 football games, all right, Georgia will three-peat. It's one of the main keys to three-peating. That ability right there to block and shed. Now, this right here, you're going to see this weekend, but you're really not. Because, again, they manipulate the launch point. They roll this guy, they move this guy, they play action this guy does Georgia Tech. Alabama doesn't. I watched it today. Alabama says, down set hut. Down set hut. Down set hut. You get the picture. It is down set hut, 3-step drop, same spot. They will not be rolling this guy, moving him out, manipulating the launch point, having defensive linemen going, Ooh, run, 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 run. Ooh, nope, 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 pass. Ooh, is he playing here? Oh, I don't know, he might be scrambling. All right, that's a whole different kind of pass rush, a whole different kind of threat than what you're going to see this weekend. This weekend, you're going to say 1, 2, 3, pat, 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 not open, foot in the gas. That's all you're going to see this weekend from Jalen Milroe in terms of scrambling ability. He might extend some plays like that, get lateral down the line of scrimmage. That's not where I fear him as an evaluator. I fear him when he pulls the ball down and he's got grass directly in front of his face. That's when he becomes the most electrifying football player on the field. This is tough luck from Dalen Everett. Okay, don't have a lot of safety help right here, so you got to play in phase the whole time. Great job by Singleton recognizing our quarterback's in trouble. Love the Greg McElroy the phrase here. He said Singleton did a great job of getting friendly. What a great terminology from a quarterback. Get friendly. Telling your wide receiver, get friendly when I'm scrambling. I loved that. 13-33. Where are we going? So look at wide zone right here. In years past, particularly the last couple years with Jahmyr Gibbs, Alabama featured wide zone, okay? Getting guys on a 45 or a 90 and working up to a 45, right? Getting them horizontal first and then working to climb. All right, the whole idea is to create flow, all right? Create flow from everybody. All right, get everybody stretched here. And eventually, there will be a displacement. Okay, somebody will get displaced and there will be grass somewhere eventually for the running back to stretch, 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 press. Stretch, 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 press. All right, we're going to see a good look at it right here. I don't know. I'm going to have to study them more and more and more. This is something that Georgia has had problems with for the last couple of weeks because, again, teams haven't been successful being able to punch you in the mouth. Alabama idolizes themselves or sees themselves as a football team who can do this, but no one really successfully does it against Georgia. They have been able to successfully do this. Stretch, 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 press. There it is. Stretch, 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 press. You know what I mean? Teams like this have been able to do this. Missouri did it really, really well. Okay, Georgia Tech did it successfully to an extent. But again, this has to be who you are. We can't just line up on Monday and go, all right, guys, we've been an inside zone counter gap scheme team this year. This week, we're a spread zone, stretch zone, triple option football team. We're going to run everything off of a jet sweep mesh. You ready? Let's go put it in 4 days. We can't just expect teams to do that. We have to go search for it in their past, right? In their base building blocks. Do they have the ability to do this? If they do, you'll see it Saturday. If they don't, I don't recommend trying to put it into the game plan this week. If you're listening to me, Tommy Reese. Watch number 5, okay? Watch number 5. The threat of the running back. Look, everybody's jet sweeping nowadays. Everybody's jet sweeping. Everybody. But here's the deal. Not everybody's doing it with a quarterback who's threatening this one, right? With the running back or with the front side guard adding on. All right? Not everybody's doing it that way, but everybody is pressing, stressing vertically or horizontally, all right, in college football nowadays. But what happens? What happens when the quarterback has shown and proven to be a threat? Well, this is what happens. Watch 5. Watch the hesitation. Whoop. That one little squat doesn't get us to where we need to be until 7 yards downfield. All right, 8 yards downfield. Again, everybody running stretch zone. Everybody running jet sweep nowadays. Not everybody stressing it and pressing it with the quarterback in backside or frontside A gap either. 14:58 right here. This is what I'm talking about. I've been wanting to say over and over again. Here's the adjustment, by the way. They bumped into an odd stack in the middle of this football game. Started playing 3 linebackers. This is why I'm saying with this kid, with not a kid anymore, this young man and Warren Brinson, just let him play. I've been wanting to say unzip your feet, play under control, all this stuff over and over again. Sometimes getting upfield and being disruptive creates disruptive plays. And if we create a turnover, or in this case, if we create a negative play and force a 4th down, then sometimes we just got to let guys be guys, right? We just got to let guys play the way that they want to play. So just let him go, coach. Just let him go make plays. We've tried to confine him enough. All right, just let him go. Just let him go play. This may be Kendall's best run of the night. They run blitz heavy right here. They plug 2 guys in A-gap, double dog right there in A-gap. Good jump cut right there from Deuce, okay? And then sticks his foot back in the grass or gas. Again, it ain't the long rippers that are going to get Kendall drafted. It's this stuff, man. You're 230 pounds, you're hard as hell to tackle, and you're doing that. It's why the comp for me out of high school was Le'Veon Bell. Okay, it's a very Le'Veon Bell-esque type of run right here. The difference is Le'Veon proved to be a guy worth about $20 million because of what he could do out of the backfield. Okay, Kendall hasn't had the opportunity to do that yet, even though I did see him snag a ball one-handed in pregame over his head. It looked like he's got some ball skills, refs, or scouts listening today. Okay, that might be his best run of the night. Now, 16-20. That's what I love. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love seeing, okay, hey, we're getting into quads basically. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wide receivers over here. We are nothing. We are naked on the backside. Only a right tackle. All right, so here's what Georgia's going to do. They say, oh, they got one edge defender and they got one space defender over there that is essentially in run support all by himself over there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to run counter. Okay, we're going to pull and kick, pull and wrap, pull and bounce. Okay, we're going to bounce this play into the field, and we're going to probably have a big gaper depending on what happens, right? Depending on how we read the blocks, okay? We didn't end up getting a log. We got a kick. Great job there from 2, sticking it up the north, right? Getting north to south right now. Great job by 4 as well, reading what's happening in front of you. Thought Oscar had a tremendous football game as a lead blocker. I thought this was definitely a hold. It was unnecessary from Xavier, but he was trying to finish on Saturday night, man. That guy was trying to bury folks. I don't think he likes Georgia Tech very much. Get called for the hold, right? Get called for the hold right here. We'll get a replay of it. But you can see how short the side is. Look how short that number count is over there, right? It's a great job of getting into a play or a formation that we know is going to disrupt their numbers and then attacking that with the run game right there. All right, so you get called for a hold just a handful of plays later, okay, just 3 plays later after an inexplicable and really, it's why it's the definition of inexplicable. I can't explain it. He hasn't missed this ball all year. This out route from 86 to just sail it right over his head, that was different. I haven't seen that from 15 this year. All right, but you get right back on the ball, 3rd and 9. All right, here's what I love, okay? I would imagine with the situation being what it is, maybe you're in 2-down territory, it doesn't really matter, but they get in the same exact formation, and this time Georgia Tech misaligns even worse. They just ran the corner, okay, from over here. Now it's literally just the linebacker who's now in the box and the end. So yeah, we're going to run counter over there. We're going to log it, and we're going to get to the outside very, very easily. Okay, so once you know you got to run a number count, man, you can really attack it. Okay, you can really, really attack it. It's just misalignment. Look at all that grass over there, man. That's sitting from the box and saying, all right, let's not just allow our play sheet or our play calls to be dictated off of what we do, right? Let's pay attention to what they're doing and let's attack that. It's good coordinating. 1854. All right, class, I told you to remember that sprint action key. All right, they gave you that sprint action look earlier. All right, and the number 2, the front side inside linebacker went, just darted straight to the ball, right, and made the play at the sticks. All right, now watch these 2 young defenders. All right, this is number 5, or excuse me, this is number 11, and this is number 33. They've already gotten sprint action. At this point, last clip, as is this clip, Smile is already keying. Smile's keying on the guard pull. All right, so he's going ahead and meeting downhill. He's ready to strike. These 2 guys, Jalen Walker and C.J. Allen, they're still kind of processing what's happening to them, all right, and not necessarily moving yet. All right, not necessarily moving yet. All right, C.J. does a great job eventually striking, all right, but we got to meet that guy earlier, right? We got to key and meet that guy earlier. Same thing for you, Jalen. We got to key and run to alley support way faster. Malachi Starks, you know better than to put your hands up in the air like that. Okay? You know better than that. I know you didn't get his face mask. That's not the point. I know you got the top of his helmet, but we shouldn't be attacking the top of his helmet with our hands in the first place. Okay? I know it's not a face mask. That's not the point. Not the point. Let's go to 20. This is a great design. It's a great design. Okay, I like the idea of it. 2nd and 3 right here. They're trying to take a shot. Ball in the green zone, right? Plus 30. Okay, so they got Jamal Haynes, number 11, out here, out of empty, nobody in the backfield. Okay, here's number 2. It's Smile Mondon, their best kind of slot receiver weapon in Jamal Haynes, one of their best, gadget guys against their linebacker. Now, Javon Bullard does a tremendous job right here of both playing the middle of the field and playing the fade. Look, he opens to the middle of the field and then gets on his horse as soon as the ball's in the air. And guess what? If that ball is thrown where it probably should be, I think Javon Bullard might pick this football off. It's underthrown. Smile Mondon does a decent enough job of getting his head kind of back around. I thought this ball was underthrown, and I thought Tech had a slight argument, okay, honestly, for PI. I did. 22:07. I'm curious where we're actually at, but I'm just going to sit right here. Keep coming, Cedric. Keep coming, Cedric. Y'all take a look at this. They're trying to run pin and pull right here. Okay, I think Cedric makes the decision to try to cut up, maybe just a little bit too early. Ooh, we're already 56 minutes in. You guys might get 90 total minutes today on this game because we still got a whole lot left. Yeah, got to keep going. Got to keep going. Let's go to 24:06. This guy tweeted about it after the game, about how he had to correct some things, live, learn, don't make the same mistake twice, all that good stuff. Was very curious some of the run fits that number 23 decided to take on Saturday. He jumps inside again right here. That's uncommon for him. For him to pick a side and give up contain, that's very uncommon for number 23, and ultimately leads to a 10-yard rush right there. 24:53. I thought this was a really, really good job right here at Kendall Milton of remaining patient here on counter. Okay, remaining patient. Boom, it's getting real cloudy right here, right? We got the kick out block just now happening. Oscar Delp's got to get through and get onto his man. We got to deliver that block, all right? And then ultimately stick it inside of Oscar's block and still continue to run hard. I thought this was patient and powerful right here from number 2. 9-yard gain, okay, on something that looks kind of cloudy behind the line of scrimmage. We're going to 25:47. I love this from Cedric. Watch the center, okay? He's going to keep working, all right? Number 13 has ran past his face at this point. That's his guy. He's running, man. He's way faster than me. That's okay, okay? Do not give up on the play. Continue to run, continue to run, continue to run, continue to run, all right? Because you never know. You never know where your back's going to go. Your back might stick his foot in the ground and force your guy to turn all the way back around and try to pursue the play, and then boom, he meets you. Great job, 63, of remaining disciplined and continue to run your track. 26:14. Okay, watch this. Here comes the motion. Okay, here comes the motion. All right, and it's going to pull this alley support defender out. It's going to rock the safeties. All right, so what's going to happen? You're going to see Carson walk down to the line of scrimmage, give his call, whatever. The back's going to flip. All right, here comes the back. The back is flipped, and now we got a major run count advantage on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Got a major run count advantage on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Watch what happens from the replay. You can really see it. Again, this is simple stuff. It seems like day one stuff, but it matters, right? We're going to out block. We got a combination block up to Mike number 7, all right, and we're sealing all the way back to 13, and we're working here, okay? It really helps that number 7 kind of does a really weird kind of a run stunt here. Not a weird run stunt. He doesn't fill. No one replaces, okay, at all. Can't do that. We call that 2 Ds in 1 hole around here. Can't be doing that. Let me reset you right quick. What are you doing? There we go. Where are we going? 28:02. I like how they reacclimated Arian. I'm going to be honest with you. Gave him some easy touches. Some jet, hey, we're going to throw a ball right in your face, pitch and catch. All right, you can catch that ball. You can catch that ball. Catch that ball. I like to see them getting that guy reacclimated. 28:40. All right, Georgia Tech clearly swamping the run right here. Look how many bodies. Just, everybody just icking up the box. Okay, a couple plays later, when you get back down here, You end up coming back to a different play. You end up coming back to an extension of the run game type play to get away from that very, very crowded box. Going to 30-13. Here we go. What we got? All right, here's the adjustment. Okay, we've been talking about this front side defensive end really, really getting washed. Okay, getting washed down on this quarterback counter. Watch how they adjust it. Boom. There you see him now playing outside shoulder. Okay, playing outside shoulder and keeping his outside arm free. All right, that's the adjustment. Y'all want to talk about, hey, how are they making coaching adjustments in the middle of the football game? That's one right there. That's how that looks. Okay. Just don't throw the guy down. You know what I mean? Just don't throw the guy down. Again, I love seeing coordinators that I know you, right? I know coordinators know you when they do this, okay? They're going to run Jamal Haynes out. There goes 33. And now they're going to say, hey, look, y'all remember that James Cook play against Alabama in 2020? Y'all remember that James Cook play against Michigan in 2021? Y'all remember when y'all used to jet motion Kenny McIntosh or James Cook out and tear motion? All right, and if they were in man coverage and a linebacker was pressed up on that guy, you would just throw a good fade ball to him or a good go ball to him. Yeah, that's that play call right there. Okay, y'all remember that. Y'all ought to remember that. That's exactly what that is. That's motioning the back out, putting him one-on-one with the inside linebacker and making that sucker run. I thought this was a tremendous play by C.J. Allen. I thought this was absolutely exceptional. Gets his hand in right at the last second. And even if he does catch the football, watch what CJ does. Watch him pull his hand back. Boom. That right there, even if he had two hands on the football, that's going to be an incompletion because 33 is not only right there, all right, but he does a great job with very late hands as soon as he sees big eyes from the back. That's what we're looking for, guys. When we're in trail position like that, as soon as those eyes get big, we got to start playing the football. As soon as we start seeing that, all right, we got to start playing through the hands. Great job right there, 33. I want to talk about this because it's what makes, in my opinion, it's what makes Georgia so hard to defend. On top of all the great talent, on top of all the great quarterback play, on top of all the great offensive line play, it's the system. They give you so much to stop, right? You've been getting, inside run game. You've been getting duo. You've been getting a little counter from these guys. You got some jet sweep from them. Everything working off of that extension of the run game as well. And then all of a sudden, boom, they're going to hit you with a jet sweep, okay, and a reverse. All right, they're going to show inside inside run like they've been doing all day. And then now they're going to get two guys out somehow, all right, lead blocking for their jet sweep guy in Dylan Bell. Okay, love this. Saw it on social media. This is a quarterback who's in flow state, guys. Watch him. Watch how calm, cool, collected. In stride, he's going to keep walking off. All right, dude is in flow state. Dude is playing really comfortably, all right, and getting out there and doing his job. Love four on this rep. Way to run your feet, dude. Way to run your feet, dude. Now, I thought this was operational football that got you 6 up here in a second, okay? We're going to come down to the line of scrimmage, all right? We're going to motion Dominic Lovett, okay? Downset Hut, they've been firing the piss out of everybody in this box. Look at them. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders. We'll call them 8. There's another safety right there. They got 9 guys right here. They have for the last, quarter and a half trying to stop that inside run game. Boom. Get the ball out immediately. Now we're going to play in space. 9-yard game. All right, easy. Extension of the run game, not making it hard. Again, not putting anything on tape that's crazy in the red zone. Then we're going to get into a mush huddle. All right, what does that mean? We're going to stand in the huddle. Downset Hut, rush to the line of scrimmage, ready break, rush to the line of scrimmage, downset Hut. We're going to run a play on you immediately. All right, and it creates some confusion from Georgia Tech and ultimately creates an easy touchdown. That's a 12-yard touchdown, right? 2nd and 9, or 1st and 10 from the 12, converted, all right, to a 2nd and 2, and then immediately on the ball, mush huddle, touchdown. All right, just like that. 2 easy, quick plays. And again, not having to do any of the fancy red zone beaters that we actually want to save for the SEC championship game. Okay, so that's just beating them with operational football. All right, this is a big explosive right here. Let's talk about it. Again, everyone is running jet sweeps nowadays. Everybody, but not everybody's doing it with a quarterback that stresses and presses you. Okay, look at 33. Watch him being held responsible. Okay, watch him being held responsible by what's actually happening with the quarterback as well. He gets pulled away from him. There's so much going on here. We got quarterback counter option coming back this way. All right, and then they have the jet going this way. And then God forbid if they pull the ball out of the belly of the back and they start running flood on our ass. You know what I mean? Just so many different options right here. That's why it's called the modern triple. That's what we ought to just call it. We ought to call it the spread triple. Great team speed from Starks running it down. But, I mean, you're gonna see jet sweep Saturday, too. They run it. I'm telling you, everybody runs jet. Everybody runs jet, especially against you guys. Because, again, look, all this right here, if you were me, all right, or if you were them, let's see here. All-American, let's see here. 5-star, 5-star, 4-star, okay, 4-star, 4-star, okay, 4-star, 5-star, All-American. Okay, would you run in here? Would you fight all that? Or would you detach and play out here in space? Because that's what I would try to do over and over and over again. All right? It's just easy coordinating. It just makes sense coordinating is what we ought to call it. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. There's a replay of it. Okay? Why do I have I see you 13 or I see you 15 on the notes? What do I see? Oh, the scramble. The scramble was elite Saturday. I thought Carson had 2 different plays on Saturday. By the way, this is definitely illegal man downfield. Got to be more patient. Yeah, we're like 4 yards downfield, bro. Like 4.5 yards downfield. Who threw it? Who threw that? You? How are you calling that? That's the line judge's call. How are you throwing that? And why are you throwing that late? That's sus. A little sus right there. Just a tad. But here's what concerns me about knowing you did it wrong. Look at 63's reaction. 63's like, shit, I'm way too far downfield. He falls down. He gears down and slows down and falls down. Tough call. But nah, I see you 15. I see you, dog. Watch this. Yank, ball down, make somebody fall on their face, run through 2 guys, accelerate, run away from 1, get down. That's a daggone football play. That's an athletic football play from 15 right there. Last couple of things here. Just some things that I know for a fact you're going to see this week. Everybody runs counter versus bear fronts. Okay, Georgia's got 3 guys from B-gap to B-gap. 3 big old boys, okay? All 310 pounds plus right there in B-gap to B-gap in what we call bear front. Now, it's way easier to down block on angles on these guys, pull a backside guard and a backside tackle, and add them to the front side of this equation. It's way easier to do that than say, hey, you 5 guys blow those 5 guys off the ball. We're going to try to run today. That's not really how good offenses do things. Okay, so you're going to see this. I promise. Everybody's running counter nowadays, particularly against you guys' bear front. I think I've seen enough. Actually, let's watch one more clip of the red zone quarterback run here that everybody's so concerned about. And I do think Alabama could very hypothetically put things like this in. All right, they just haven't shown it this year. Now, what we got here? We got jet sweep. Okay, that's going to pull this defender, and this defender. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 out of the picture. We're just going to mark them off. Okay, so let's just go ahead and let's just scribble them out. All right, so they're all accounted for. All right, now we're going to take sprint action that we've been showing, and we're going to show sprint action. So it's going to pull this defender, okay, and it's going to pull this defender because they have what we call sprint responsibilities, or excuse me, they have pitch responsibilities, right? They got to be able to control quarterback and running back on pitch motion. Oh, and then by the way, they're going to take this tight end and they're going to insert him and they're going to pull the backside guard and insert him. I'll be honest, when I don't know, I don't know how you stop it. I don't know, except for I can tell you right now, the front side down block is way too good. Okay, Marvin Jones got washed way too hard. All right, Jalen Walker does not collision anybody. He takes it, right? We can't do that. We can't catch. All right, we got to strike and shed. Okay, no striking, no shedding going on right there. But still, even if we do all that right, like look, even if we hold this correctly, okay, even if we hold this down block right, they still got one. They still got one for Jalen Walker. They still got one for Brett Seether. They still have one over, and they have the running back or the quarterback. I'm not smart enough. You know who is? Glenn Schumann. Glenn Schumann is certainly smart enough to figure that out. And I hope he does. I hope he does for everybody's, sane or sanity watching this today that happens to wear that red and black. Hey, I didn't give a shout out to him earlier, but I want to give a quick shout out to our friends over at the Athletic Collection. All these dope posters you can find over there at the Athletic Collection. Link is in the description of this video. Also want to give a quick shout out to our friends over at Prize Picks. Using promo code Brooks today, you can get a 100% deposit match over on prizepicks.com. Get in there. That's up to $100. You will get matched instantly with $100 using promo code Brooks. Hey, we got a great another 2 hours of content coming up for you right after this. I love you. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button and subscribing on your way out. We'll see you. Hour and 10. Not bad, not bad, not bad.